No, I deliberately look like shit. Because I'm treated that way. Where I'm at. Like, what? Oh my god. All the hell, all the lies that I'm forced to go through. What did I do wrong? Except I'm a lady who was never born, who should never have been born. I'm glad I was. But, the attacks never stop in hell. I mean, who the hell ever had, how many insane monster abusers attacked them in their face and made them want to die? Who? I'm talking over 10 people. At least a dozen people in my life attacked me, screaming at me in my face, made me want to die. How many people ever had to deal with that? You know what? I don't think my children ever had to deal with that. No, I wouldn't know because they're not in my life for 17 years. But, except for some instances when they were small. And the very first time that I ever yelled at Alex, I was, I made him cry. He was like 5 years old. I'm like, what? That never happened before. Like, what? All this craziness in my life, and I attacked my son just how I was attacked. My reaction is like, oh my god, you can beat me up? Son, I made you cry. It's my fault. Holy shit, that's all my fault. Go punch mommy in the face, man. I'm an asshole to you. I made you cry. Holy shit. Oh my god. I made my son Alexander cry. Damn. I screamed in his face. Shit. You can yell at me all you want. Punch me. I'm the one in the wrong. You yell at me. Of course, you wouldn't remember that. He's only 5, and a whole bunch of other things happen. I'm not allowed to be around. So, I missed out, and it wasn't my fault. At all. But, yeah. Most people aren't, how much of my life was I, screamed at? And abusers are totally ignored. Domestic violence is totally ignored. If a guy is beating up on a woman in the street, that is usually totally ignored. Especially in New York City, but, anywhere. Anywhere. And even this disgusting little town, there was a lady and a guy, right, fighting. It's all the guy's fault. She's screaming at him, you're just disrespectful. I told you to get away. Basically. Okay, that's basically what the fight is, and he just won't. He's a total asshole and needs to be reprimanded. These other people are laughing at her. That's not funny at all. Oh, yeah, 3 of them. What the hell's the matter with you? The poor girl's, being attacked verbally. And sure, it would get physical, but verbally by her asshole boyfriend. You're like, hey, I would never talk to him again. Total asshole. Like all the insane men that I knew. Just useless. Gonna fucking be a total asshole and, So, yeah. My main point is no one should be attacked. A lady, and there are really, good, excellent guys, and, Very few. Um, it's just so rare that there's any real people in the world. Like, respect is respect. And, for a person, and I will use the word retard, I don't care. For a person to be that retarded, that extremely stupid, well, you should honor your mother and father. Not if they're child molesters. Not if they're Joe Jackson. And the mom doesn't do anything. I mean, the kids are famous, and, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how famous Michael Jackson was. More famous than Janet and LaToya. In fact, I don't even know a song that LaToya did. I should read a little bit more biography of LaToya. Yeah, I'm interested. Like, I know Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson songs, but LaToya was a singer too. I do not know one song she did. But that's awful that nothing is done. And that's why I look like shit. I look like shit to honor LaToya Jackson's family. Do you get where I'm coming from? I mean, there's nothing good about Joe Jackson. There's not. And that's why I look like shit. Like, was he ever reprimanded? Ever. Once. Did anybody ever reprimand him? Abusers aren't. Sam I Am had a dad. He was total bullshit. Oh my god. So, yeah, I put my dad in his place one time. He's such an asshole. I put him in his place. And never again did we fight. That's just total bullshit. His dad's an asshole all the way. Just like him. It's not like he didn't follow in his dad's footsteps. Because he did. So did my husband. Well, both of them died. Sam I Am and at least half of my abusers died. Yeah, you just... I mean, these people have no manners or respect. They're all the same. They're totally sweet when you first meet them. They're so fake nice and sweet. Get out of here. If I want to look like this and have a mad look on my face, there's a good reason for that. And I'll just say her name again. I'm sticking up for LaToya Jackson. I'm confused because she never ever got a public apology of how awful her childhood was. There, I'm not even allowed to talk about my childhood. I never even had a childhood. But I'm talking about somebody else that I can talk about. I observed her a little briefly, not too much, like maybe... possibly only a half hour. I mean, she was on, like, different talk shows. That's pretty sad. And the one interview of her was 20 minutes, and it was so devastating to me. I couldn't listen to it all, of how bad Joe Jackson was to her. So maybe the only download of LaToya I have is possibly the most a half hour. I don't even know what song that she sings. She wasn't, like, popular like Michael Jackson or Janet. And they were all very talented. And look at the asshole of a dad that they had. And he's just never reprimanded. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it goes in the real world. I'm watching a family... I'm watching an acrobat, the Gladiators, acrobat show, right? And all these families are all good, right? That's not the way it is. Usually, like, half the world is Jerry Springer, okay? That's half the world. That was Sam I Am. That was, my, late father of my two children, Arthur Hesnall III. Okay, most families are just like Jerry Springer, alright? Just awful. Satan awful. Just horrifying. And that Bible verse is, Jesus did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Father against son, mother against daughter, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law. Your worst enemies are in your own household. Matthew 10:36. It's the truth. All these people act so fake. And, like Patrick Teehan, professional counselor, Patrick Teehan, YouTuber. He's like, abused kids just like sweep underneath the rug, like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Sometimes we fall. I mean, that's the way my family would react. My older brother. Oh, it wasn't that bad. We had a lot of good times. No, we didn't. I don't really remember that much because I was like locked down in my own little world of being so afraid to death. And does my older brother remember when my asshole dad came down in a sheet and we hid underneath the fucking dining room table? He probably raped both of us. Does he remember that? Because I don't that much. When my mom wasn't there. Does my brother remember that? I don't give a shit. My older brother, said that my mom harmed him. No, I don't have a family. I don't. So I'll honor him and not say what my... that just is taboo. You don't talk about it. And I'm like, well... And my brother even said it. He's like, it's easier to say that you're crazy instead of dealing with that horrifying fact. Oh. They actually were child molesters, or he was actually a child. Like, I can't deal with that. Oh, it's easier just to say you're crazy. Yeah, that's so much easier. Alright, my whole point to this video is you should not be abused. And look what abuse makes you look like when you're all stressed out and shit. You look like shit. Why would I pretend to look nice when all I am is under great stress of not even having any health care now? I don't have any health care. Yeah, not my fault. Nothing's my fault in my life. I don't have any help. Nobody's there for me. I have an acquaintance. I can try to hold my head up. Ignore my ex, who has 2 fucking boyfriends down there. Idiot. He was, the acquaintance said he was at the park and he was like, he was zoning in on little girls. And she was just like, oh my God, you're awful. Like, are you gonna do rape one of them or something? Like, what the fuck? You're fucking nuts. You're fucking crazy. She says him by his first name and then puts attack. And that's what she means by attack. Like, he's a nut. Yeah, I'm glad I never got in a living arrangement with him, like a sleepover night, because he knows what the fuck he would do, because he was fucking traumatized to death by his foster care mom. Yeah, I couldn't imagine, He'd probably be a Lorraine Bobbitt to me, because, that's how bad his mom was to me, and then, oh, okay, he'd zone out in his own little crazy little, if you want to call it, complex post stress, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Like he'd be going into his own zone, like these 2 homeless people. Probably. I never